Hello, everybody. Thank you, universe, for helping us through this session. Set it up for a second time. Technical difficulties been kind of like a high rise with YouTube, Facebook, social medias, and for it, CC, thank you for coming in. For it. Everyone, welcome to the live chat today. I know that energies are intense, and I know that in the low realms, you have the confusions, you have things that goes on, specifically with emotions that maybe not truthful, or emotions that not yours, or situations that might be in for it. Um, it is about revalue your things, value something great, value money. It is about money. Okay, value a car is a car, but value yourself in your relationship between yourself and the relationship with others is the biggest value, because you may have everything out there, house, cars, show off, and everyone to think that you're special, but deeply inside, if you're not, and this is a different story. You're special for your own self, you're special for your own truth, from within you. That's what makes you special for it. And today we're going to talk about how to deal with blockages regarding suppressed truths from within you. That is your real value, is your truth from within you. Okay. And twisted truths, sometimes they lead to catastrophe in life. That's why these catastrophes, you can prevent them, but you actually acting on the truth of the present, here and now, for better future. So now is the time to recognize people in chat for. So we have a Josh, Cece, Lee, Erica, Unseen and Set, Maria Richards. By the way, to recognize the person was suggesting this, that was Eva Bloom. Beloved Empress, Ray Skywalker. We have a Skywalker in the house. And Skywalker, get ready, because I got a report to you. 0818 0848 0858 0909 1010 1019 1122 1313 3939 1331 1333 1343 1551 and 155. So yeah, keeping up with the numbers up here. You can record them later on, Ray, after the video, and check the things out, see what's going on in there. For it, sounds like a computer code. Don't know, but I think like it's most likely like a universal code, and the numbers are, when I get crazy around me, then I know something big's coming. You guys know what's big's coming. Energy wise, we're gonna talk after the live chat about astrology events and about the astrology things that's going on with you. You're going to ask them astrology questions. That's going to begin sharply at 18 o'clock Bulgarian time, wherever your time is for it. So you guys can benefit from this. And we are going to be discussing very things that comes in with the truth, the news cycle, the old issues you have within the news cycle, and so on. We're going to look at some charts and so on. All right, guys. But let's get down to blockages, how to deal with blockages. Okay. What's the blockages are. So, welcome to the chat of Lisa and Carl Lucy. Guys, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody, for here. So, how you deal with blockages? The blockages are, they could be blockages for so many issues. First of all, they could be blockages they're inherit, which is your parents couldn't fix these blockages. Now, those blockages, they expect them you to overcome or you to help them to overcome. Okay. Blockages could be your emotional blockages, like a lack of maturity to look from within. You kind of like acting like a kid, but with an adult, you're playing the games. Blockages could be done also from your emotional desires, from your ego. Okay. Your ego wants, demands, and so on and so on, because that's what you believe is the truth. But in reality, there is not. So here is the reality tell you no. And you're like, what? Here's the blockage. The reality tells you the blockage from that standpoint. But if you have the true emotions, you have the true things from within you, they're not based of someone or programming or parenting or anything else. They're just truth. So here is you are in alignment with the current present reality. Okay. The problem begins with these blockages is when you're facing them. They will come to you as a fear, pressure, and everything else as intense gravitational energy. It's kind of like constantly occupies you. Something that you put in off, something that is in your mind for it. In the twin flames, that is a when you get in ignite, and now the energy with your twin flame is within you, but you are in a relationship with somebody else. Now that energy in there work itself out. You constantly have the blockages. My God, what's going on within me? What should I tell him? My husband feels like something is wrong with me. My kids feeling something is wrong with me. There is something, everybody feels this strange vibrations within me. Everybody's look at me like different. I'm kind of like brewing within me and within love and so on. And now what do? You put up blockages within yourself. You have problems within yourself. And now this energy is telling you be true to yourself. A lot of the twin flames, they're not true to themselves. They think they are, but they're not. And a lot of the people who igniting them don't recognize this energy simply because they're only ignited. But the people who recognize the energy and act upon the energy, they'll overcome certain blockages. But if they haven't overcome our blockages based of human-based desires from within, they bring these human-based desires within the twin flames. And now those desires, since they're not based of truth for it about you and your twin flame, they causing issues, they causing problems. Okay, and now this energy it's coming and affecting you. All right. So look at in your blockages is going to help you to go ahead and solve the problem. Okay. That's what that is. The blockage is there to point you out is like you want to go to your seventh grade, but you haven't passed seventh grade. You have to grow up. Go and finish the sixth grade. And you're like, what am I missing in the sixth grade? Well, you have to go to summer school. You fail in math or geography, and now you have to study. So you got to go back. This is why the current energy of Jupiter is like you haven't grown up fully to extend this energy. Now you have to review what was done through the whole year of math and geography so you can pass the test and go into the seventh grade for it. Take a look. What is your blockages? The blockage is full of information. The blockage it is about what you have to work on it. Okay. A lot of the problem. A lot of the people think that the problem is something. No, the problem is a gift. It tells you what areas of you need to work on it to improve on it. The biggest area that a lot of the people are facing is the blockages that are based out of suppressed truths. Okay. So, for example, one of the biggest video that I share so much, that is the naked talk with your twin. Okay. A lot of the people ask me, do I failed with my twin? I failed what I need to do. I don't know what should I say. And I'm like, sit down with your twin flame and have a naked talk. Open up your soul, open up your truth, open up your past. You want to share with them things that you don't share with nobody. Okay. You have to feel vulnerable in there. You got to be a vulnerable. All right. But that is a vulnerability in there. And some of you can face the blockages of guarding yourself. You need to understand that the guarding yourself, it is about one thing. When you face the truths from within, and the truth is there, somebody tries to twist a lie or something and so on, you put the guard in there, and that guard, okay, that protections you put in, it is to protect the truth. But you protect the truth by you opened the truth, because the truth is protecting itself, not by anything else. And that's why these blockages from suppressed truths, they are healing by only one way. It's called confession. When you do the naked talk with your twin flame, you do the confession. Like you go to a church and confess to God. But guess what? Your twin flame doesn't know the truth. You don't confess to the right thing. You confess to the person you're dealing with. He has connections with God directly. All right. You can go to the church, you can confess there because he's going to prepare you for a confession. You can do that. All right. Or you can confess to a friend. You can confess to a fellow friend, twin flame. You can confess to kids if you have to. You can confess to parents. But confess is that the tool to go ahead and deal with this blockages, okay, about this hidden, suppressed truths, okay, especially if they are from the past. What are you going to do about the past? You did the mistakes. You did all the crap. You did all the mess. You did everything. Now you correcting yourself, okay, and you overcome it. But if the people show you this and they show you these mistakes and everyone around you point you out these mistakes, you take it as a judgment. Now the judgment, it clouds your mind and you're not dealing with them because you'll be afraid of judgment. But you need to understand that the ego understands judgment, the soul understands a correction, and the spirit from within you understands illuminations, that is the right path. People who has been publicly confessed their sins, do you know how powerful they are? Now, doesn't matter what the sins are. Guess what? They don't have the weight on their back. They don't have these blockages. They don't have these suppressed truths within them. They are different. They begin to be a public servant. They begin to help people. It's like, tell your truth. Nothing's going to happen to you. Okay? You're going to feel much better. You're going to feel free. But a lot of the people, they don't want to feel free. They want to stay in this blockages and this jail cage within them because everyone's going to judging them, which is ego. If you think that confession is going to be judged in you and you're going to be judged, then you staying in your ego. If you understand that your confession, okay, is going to be within your soul, you're going to get an advice of correction, which is good path. But if you look at it within your spirit, you're going to illuminate yourself, that you're going to be free yourself. You're going to be helping the love. You're going to help the twin flames within you, and you're going to heal the situations within you. So, what path are you going to take? If you look at your actions actually is going to determine the reality. You already know that. Okay. So if you are in a crap situations, if you're in a rough situations, now everything could crumble to dust, crash, and so on and so on. Guess what? You preset yourself on that failure because the truth didn't come out. So now the truth is coming like a crash, and your life is crashed, and you're seeking the ways for it. If you are male, for example, the males does during those crashes. The male goes into the cave, the caveman. That's where that came from. Most of the inventions they weren't invented someplace. They were invented at home. They were invented in the cave. The biggest companies out there in the world they weren't invented someplace else. They were invented in the garage. Okay, a little bit more to look out there because the man for it uh, demand their look for everything. He think, he thought, so he connected to God, and God told him, use your intuition. What would you gonna do? It is like, what would you gonna do if you're in the middle of the sea and you have a hole in the boat? Duh, fix the hole, take the water out, and start paddling. Okay. But if you're in depression and you can't, it's like, oh my God, this boat is gonna, I'm gonna die. No, go get to work. That's what it is. And now the man's coming out, but he used the female energy of intuition. He combined the both from within. He realized that if I was looking to that boat before earlier, I would have fixed this. Now I wouldn't have that problem. Okay, now I can be better. The female side, however, is different. The female side wants to know more knowledge. She wants to understand more and seeks information after information, information, confirmation, information, confirmations, and sometimes get so much information, and there is the confusions in there. So what she has to do is actually use the masculine energy to go in the cave. So now she goes in a hermit mode, doesn't talk to nobody, zip it up everybody. And now she realizes internally what is the problem, where she goes to God. Now God is telling her, look in your masculine energy, look your actions, look your things that you did. Your actions lead to that. Your intuition, your desires, or your manipulations, your things, that's what they lead to you. That's what the boat now is, isn't this? You saw the boat that maybe needs a repair, but you don't tell your husband that the boat needs to be repaired. Now he's out in the sea and you worry about him. And you're wondering what you're going to do because he's late. He's not in right in time. Now you're wondering what happened. For example, kind of like continue with this. Hi, Carl. Let's see. Thank you for the coming into the chat for it. But when you screw up in life, when you screw things up because of your past mistakes of what it did, somebody get hurt in the past, or you hurt somebody hurt you, or you did something wrong within the past, or you did so much mess that you can't fix it right now. Now you are like sitting ducks. Why? You stuck. You stuck where? You stuck in your fears. You stuck in the things that you did in the past that led from something small to something huge now. Okay, that's what that is. And the only way to deal with the regarding of this suppressed truths, express them, confess. What's wrong with that? Nothing's wrong with that, but your thinking pattern and your thinking process, your thinking situation, it has to have a different, higher view. So regarding the twin flames, if you're in a twin flame situation, go and confess. That's all. You will understand where your twin flame is. If your twin flame is judging you, he's in his ego. If your twin flame give you just kind of like things that you're going to be working on it, he's looking within your soul. But if you eliminate you about the truth within you and the truth of what's going on, that is now we're talking about spirituality on a high level, and the truth will determine the situations. Okay, so that's how you're gonna be dealing with. You're not dealing with anything else. You're dealing it with confession and communications. Okay, not with anything else. For it. Another good thing with blockages. Okay, giving you a heads up. It is what they are. If you have so many blockages, that mean lack of maturity. You look at the blockages, whatever the blockages are. Be a mature person. A lot of the twin flames. There's confirmation in here. A lot of the twin flames, what they do is they have a lack of maturity in their relationships within themselves. And that lack of maturity brings the lack of maturity within the relationship and the lack of maturity in this. That's what those blockages are. But the blockages are the hidden truths. Okay? That's what it is. I mean, if you ask your twin flame, hey, listen, what's going on with this situation? They're like, I don't know, I just did it. Okay, if you ask a question of what's going on with this situation, what is going on that situations in there, well, I can't get you right now, or I can't do this right now. Here, there's a blockages in there. You ask them about these blockages, you confront them with these blockages, and they cannot explain to you. That could be because of a lot of the fears of the truth, unhidden truths from within them. And those unhidden truths, they can damage so many people within you. You need to understand that the hidden truths hurts you, damage you. You spend more energy to protect those hidden truths from within you. You spend so much of this that doesn't set true relationships with everybody. Unspoken truth set untruthful relationships with everybody. That could include your family, your parents, grandparents. That can include everyone in there, including your twin flame, your divine connections for you. And here's the thing, you put more energy of protecting those hidden truths. You kind of like a playing games or theaters, okay, that you kind of like have this love and so on and so on. You need to understand the truth's going to come out sooner or later. You can't do it because your actions of covering those is going to come out on the surface sooner or later. Okay, there's going to be questions, there's going to be things, there's going to be situations, and now you have to deal with them. You need to understand that your twin flame is the only one who hear you and understands this, because that is the internal world. That's the reason you have connections for it. Some of the twin flames, they go with a lot of situations because of this unhidden truths. Why? Because that's what that is. That's what the pain is. They hid it for a very long time. They got used to it to this. They got used to it to these unhidden truths that it becomes a habit for them to hide them. And breaking that habit, okay, is only one way, with love. With love, first of all, for themselves, with the love first from to the divine, the honor, the respect of the divine within them. And that will lead them to the confession. All roads lead to that confessions of the truth, not of something else. And the naked talk, the video that I did with the twin flames, crying out loud, if the one time is not good for you to do the naked talk to overcome these blockages, do it one more time. Do it one more time, as long as it takes to get everything out of it. So, for example, if you've been like me, 48 years old, um, can you tell everything in 6, 8, 10 hours naked talk? No. Can you be able to tell everything that happened in your life for it? No. But through communications, you tell, you pull out little by little coming out. Okay, more and more. The only problem is the fear that you're going to be judged and you're going to be left out because some of the things that you did, they're probably bad, but they were in the past. So if you worry about the bad in you, you're going to be bad in the future, in the present moment. But if you left the bad stays there in the past, you create a new actions that actually you prove to yourself that these bad things, these bad and hidden truths are staying in the past. You renew your life. That's the biggest part and power of the confession. You renew your soul. You did the correction. You correct yourself. You correct yourself with the divine within you. You correct yourself with the heart in you. You correct everything from within you. You correct within the spirit. That's the power of this confession. But most of the people are afraid of it because if they're in their ego, they're not going to talk to you. They will not. This is like the ghosting part. Some people will ghost you because they're afraid of this truth. When you find the truth and you're asking them for accountability, they are not capable of coming to you for it. So that's what it is. Some of you, I know you've been dealing with certain things, but now the energy, it is about revaluations of everything. And it's perfect time for this dealing with blockages. That is because of what we are doing for it. So now I can take some questions from you guys. Cosmos, thank you for coming in. I like to see you guys here. I still know the love is there. It's too real, too strong idea. Yeah, you need to understand one thing though. The love in the soul and the spirit, it stays there. But the love, it hasn't been changed, the person. Okay, because the person have more fear than love within them. That's the problem. The biggest, one of the biggest issue out there. First of all, it's the doubt. Okay, you're doubting that they're gonna understand you. You're doubting they're gonna forgive you. You're doubting everything. Then it's the fear of everything, and then it comes the pitfall. You stay into the hole and hidden and hiding and so on. Okay, that's what this is for. Okay, and if they're living on their ego, you will know by their actions. The spirit love is still gonna be there. You're going to have it within you. You're gonna feel it. You're gonna miss them. They're going to miss you. Sometimes there's gonna be this sadness, cries, and all and on and on. Why? So the love can increase and overcome the doubts and the fears. But what's required from these people is to understand, and you also illuminate yourself. It is about the confession, the renew of the situations. Okay, and regular relationships, that is a reconciliation for it. In the spiritual, that is a understanding, reconnection. But when you look at it within the spirit, that is when the divine reestablish the connections within you. So, all right, let's go look at the questions now for it. So here, light up the fire from within you. That's what the confession is going to give you, to renew the light from within you. Okay, now it's 16:44, Ray. It's 4:44 p.m. All right, what did I get? A lovely Ruth. My twin still hasn't talked to me. It's been 6 months since our journey started. Nothing he can have forever. He wants to be around me, but he wears sunglasses and so confusing. Lovely roots. Wearing sunglasses. You need to understand that some people can disguise themselves into a hat and a sunglasses and they can look differently. That is because they're hiding the truth from within them. Okay. That truth that they can't take the truth from within themselves. He's probably wearing the sunglasses because of something that he's dealing with it, and he doesn't want you to see the truth because the truth is within the eyes for it. So that may cause you confusion. If he finds himself within the truth, he's gonna take the glasses off. That's mean the guard down. The only guard you need it is actually you eliminate yourself that you need to guarding the truth from within you, and the truth is truth. You don't. It's guarding itself for it. For some of you, maybe it sounds strange to be a vulnerable and guarded, but the vulnerability actually is the guard. All right. Where was I? Lee. They fear themselves and us, witnessing their darker side and the truth within. Yeah, you can't like him. No, you can't. Don't even try. Okay, you're gonna face the wall. You're gonna face. The more you try, the more you do. Only thing it is their consciousness within them when they go to bed at night. When they go to bed at night and all that consciousness, or in the dreams when they dream about you, when the soul screams at them, when the people around them, what happened with this, what happened with that, and the guilty consciousness from within them, that actually is going to lead them to the confession, nothing else for it. So, Carlosi, hi, Dio. Since my TF journey, I feel like I'm in my own bubble. I keep a lot of people in my life and arm's length. These people feel like they are on another planet to me. Is that normal or a blockage? Carlos, you can keep a distance from people for quite a few reasons. First of all, you're probably too guarded. And the second of all, you might don't want to stand any more BS in life for because you fear a lack of understanding who you are. But you need to understand you gotta be friendly to people. Okay, for example, we were at this restaurant for it, and I got this. Uh, Here is Bulgaria. We have a lot of quite a few cultures for it. There's this gypsy guy comes in and is like, "Hey, I know how you dance these things." This dance. I know, I feel you. I feel like you have this music in you. It's the fire from within you. I'm like, yeah, sure. So we went out to did a little bit of dance competition on the floor for it. But you gotta be open to everyone. Okay, you don't know how God's working through them. But at the same time, you gotta be guarded with the people. And what's gonna help you, Carl, Lucy, that will be the gravitation. When he gravitated towards me and I gravitated towards him, we already understand there was something that we need to do. We had a lot of fun on the dance floor, by the way, but that's what it is. Something that makes you happy, all right? But don't just be this negative energy ball towards everyone and you keep your distance from it. That means that there's something that you need to realize from within you and for it. It is normal to have blockages if you've been hurt a lot. You don't want to have. If you stay in the pain, you don't want to talk to nobody. You don't want to be in nobody. You stay in the hermit mode. You lock yourself in, and then there is an issue. And the issues bring you to this. For it's normal to act like this, but over the time after you heal your wounds, you want to get off because in this emotional blockage, okay, you actually work on yourself to heal that pain for it. Like the dog. If you gotta look dogs, okay? When the dogs are hurt, they go in some kind of corner, they heat themselves out from you, and they're licking their wounds. Okay? They hide from you because they need healing time for themselves. All right? The best thing you can do is just understand them what they need to do. You go, you help them, and you do things for it. Okay? But that's what the dogs does. All right? Sometimes the people, we have the animal part within ourselves, and we need healing time for it. Josh, so if you're not met your physical twin, does the truth conversation happen with yourself? Yes, Josh. You have to have the true conversation with yourself in there. That's where it starts, because that way you build the truth from within you. You build the truth with your heart, with your soul, with your spirit, with the divine. Now you are in there. Yes, exactly, for it, and you're going to be moving forward. Carlos, do you have a lot of Scorpio? Yeah. Astrology wise, could be in Scorpio, but could be also in Pisces, for it. Or if it is a Cancer, that could be if it's the moon, it's damage from some sort, or there is a square, Saturn moon square in there. Lee, yes, nice, for you. Lolly wrote, what happened to our brain? I don't see myself in the mirror. I see my twin even in my physical future change, so I'm crazy. Don't look mirrors. Lolly wrote, look yourself, because your focus is entirely on your twin flame. When you see the mirror, you see them. That tells me that you have to focus from within you. Too much energy is focused on your twin. Too much for it. I'm still polite to people, just I'm totally into. Yes. Yeah. Totally into. Yes, you will be. You probably got damage from the BS from people. That's what. Sometimes when you guys write me, I feel the energy, so I know what's cooking for it. All right. Lovely word. You physically can look the same. You are not the same for it. Tomorrow we're going to be talking about hearing God in conversations with God. That was about from Ray and CC. So, Lee, very good points. I like that you are the way you are for it. Yes. So it's normal to see your face another day, and that's happened to me. And especially within strong connections, yes, you can. But sometimes the desires from within you actually getting their energy of them from within you more and more and more and more. You kind of like putting them in the pedestal from within you. You're putting them up there where usually it's supposed to the universe should be. Now that energy, their energy from within you, and that could be a very strong obsession, by the way. You got to be very careful with this. That energy that it's in you, anytime you look at it in there, you can just see that. So don't just looking at the one side or the other. always look at it the new way of illumination. Okay, what's going on within you? You gotta have the balance with your twin flame. You have to have the union within you. You have to have this exchanges your understanding. But if your twin flame it's missing for so long, and now you kind of like pulling their energy from within you, where is you on that point? Where is you? So I will look at it. You got to look at it from when yourself for this. Yeah, everyone is a mirror. We need to look at it that in order to fix the reflection, you have to fix the face. Okay. Yeah, your twin flame could be a mirror. Sometimes though, but there is a mirror with another side behind the mirror. That is more that scares me for it. Only. Yes, because the unheeded truths that we are talking about here, these suppressing truths, they are behind the mirror. And when you remove the mirror and you show your true self, now you can look at it to the real image, not to the reflection. Because of that's what's going on. Uh, mm, hey Dio, Revati's son. Hey Dio, letting go comes in two different flavors. One is to say, I don't want that. The other is to give it to God. I recently experienced both. I don't want that because she has ex lovers uh, for. Um, you know, yeah, you don't want to be a third party. You can't be a third party. The only third party within twin flames is divine. That is the third energy that puts you together. And if she has ex-lovers and wherever she has a dealing with ex things, and she's putting you in third party situation, that is you don't want that. You can achieve as a twin flame. Divine sees that you can achieve as a twin flame. So it can be a union when you're still attached to third person, third personality in there. So it is the same thing when you are married and you awaken with your twin flame. How's the guilt goes on? You sleep next to your spouse and you feel the other person. That is the cheating in the soul. Everyone who has been really awakened in the twin flames, they understand this. And that's what it is. Yeah, you can give it to the God and you can say what they want. Exactly. Why does the one twin scared even if the other balance itself? Does that put them in anxious mode? They're scared from the love. You need to understand the real love is scary because it requires you to become a real person. Real love is scary. Some people never experience real love. They didn't have experience in real love, first of all, from their parents. They had an experience in real love with friends. They have an experience in real love from some, at all. They don't know what that is. And when a twin flame awakens them from within them, guess what? Fear, a lot of fear. And that's what is the root cause on that. Root of all evil, it's not money, it's fear. Uh, so that's what it is. Mm. as friends. Oh, because of ex-lovers as friends. I gave it to God and surrender both ways. I feel the release in both ways. She lose her mind. They losing their mind, Revati-san. It is because of everything they did. They lost the real love within. A lot of the twin flames who are runners, they're running from these truths. And when the truth hits them, they want to go back because maybe they play kids games of running, chasing, and in order you to show me the love, you have to chase me because I want to be make myself interesting. No, you're not. You're running from the truth from within you. You're running with your fears. You're running with your BS. You're running with everything that you did wrong. You're not running from true love. If you're running from a true love, then you are not a true person. That's what this is. And that's what they lost their mind. Some of the people go into a lot of situations within this, even can lead into a mental hospitals because the ego is too strong in them. Yeah, the ego can get you really lost your mind in there. And this two people in it seems the energy is stronger for me than them. Yeah, the energy could be as strong within you if you have two people from within you. The truth is always within you. Don't look anywhere else. Nope. The truth is always within you. So that is the force that it is. You guys gotta understand. You want to be a truth. You gotta be your truth. There is no other way around. There is no cutting corners. There is no behind this, behind that, and I can pass between the two cars. None of that crap. Can't escape the things. Some people think they do, but they can't. Uh, are in there too. Keep reading next comment, please. I think I did, Revati-san, for it. So, yeah, just look from within you. You can't make them the truth. You can tell them about the truth. You can tell them about the games that they play. You can tell them everything. They have to look from within. All right, that's what it is for it. All right. Um, Ray, wow, Skywalker, awake most of the night after powerful dreams. I feel my twin is going through, see the truth, but struggling with it. I got up and I wrote a poem. Great. For yeah, by the way, the visions of this was increased a lot. Uh, I try to put one vision away because I thought that comes from my ego. The vision come back. I pushed it away again. The visions come back. And the vision was is that set of keys. Finally, somebody decided they have to get these keys and give it to. Was the way they should have done it in the first place. And I see a vision later on that comes in right in front of me. I'm like, okay, what are you doing here? No, I got no expectations for it. And like, I'm here. We need to sort things out. But didn't react on it. I'm like, it's divine for it. So yeah, the visions about can come in right now. We're going to talk about astrology later on. The visions coming back from Jupiter because Jupiter can show you the lack of growth, what it should have been done. So those visions that you see, right, they could be the base of what should have been done, but it wasn't. Okay, that's what it is. It's a learning process. Maybe something going on within them. Maybe it doesn't go within the right things, but that's what this is for it. But it's great that you wrote the poem. I would love to see that poem in the live chat face group. If you can put it as for us there, that would be great. Yes, tomorrow, 8 p.m. we have a live chat in there. All right, guys. All right. Let's see. I guess I missed most of it, but I'm here now. Hi, Rupali. Thank you for coming in. Right on, brother. Thanks. You're welcome, Revati-san. Uh, Cici, how can one live without love from any another? The love first is built within you, Cici. That's what it is. And it begins with something small. For example, you go ahead and uh, buy flowers, okay? Life flowers. You water them, you put them right to nutritions. You can stare at them, can love them. Then you can buy yourself a little pet, something small, maybe, even if it's a hamster. Okay, the baby hamsters are very good thing. You get them, and when you separate them for the very first from the mother, they're gonna look for someone. So get yourself in a comfortable place. The best thing actually is to do is go if you have a bathtub. Get the hamster within you in the bathtub and let him run with you. Get to know you. Touch him, pet him, love him, send him a love, and every day continue doing this exercise until put him in the cage. They take him out of the cage, pet him, spend time with it. He's gonna crumble in. He's gonna come in here. You're gonna build friendship with it. Okay, then you can get him a ball and put him in there and let him. Wherever you go, he goes with you. All right, you're gonna have a lot of fun with this for it. But that's how you're building ten with people, ten with everything. You build that love from within you for it. So that way you learn how to develop within them. You're not depending anymore on somebody to comes in. Now the love with another is when they want to give you the love, and then you give love. Okay, so now you're gonna have exchange, which is a mutual exchange within love. That's what we're all seeking. But most of us, we haven't learned to give love before we receive. We want someone to give us. We don't want to give. Or we give, it's that little, because they never received, they never build that love. You need to understand if people can give you love, they don't build it from within them. Nobody showed them how to love. They don't know what love is. Some of the people are like this. And it's coming more and more a problem of the society. I seen this for it. All right. Love with the family might be more karmic in nature. Blood doesn't mean you're binded to them, so it's teaching you to walk away from those that doesn't serve you. Perfect point, Lee. Hamster happy, so fun, purity. Yes, I actually had a hamster. I had a rabbit, and I have a sensei now. But in the future, I'm thinking that I'm gonna get a rabbit again. I want to have this big, silly rabbit within me and maybe I can get me a cat as well. I love animals. In the future, planning to get me a bear. We'll see what's gonna happen with this. I love bears. Maybe a koala or something. We'll see. Would love to have a panda, but too much responsibilities and issues. That currently is off limits. CC, what if my chart says I'm made for divine purpose and divine love? You have to establish, CC, the proper energy and within you for it. The chart can size a lot of things within you. Astrology wise, the chart shows up the magnetic field within you, the gravitations for it. But if you don't gravitate towards the divine is not going to gravitate towards you. That is the pull energy. Okay, if you're not doing actions in form of divine purpose, the divine doesn't give you that energies for you to create actions because of inability to make the actions with divine. Divine looks always for actions, not only thinking. They help you. They give so much energy and love from within you to create those actions. But the fear can't prevent you about these actions and of divine purpose. So a lot of the people, they have a divine from within them, but the fear is stopping them. That's what it is. The ego is stopping them. For example, some people can write things, or they wrote things, or they publish things, and all of a sudden they just they're not there anymore. Why? Because they did it from different purpose, not divine purpose from within. But it's been given you a divine things. They try to do something, but they try to do it for different reasons. Maybe monetary gains, maybe things from within is, maybe to be a popular, maybe to be accepted by the society in a different light. But all of a sudden, because there was different in there, they're just gone. All right. So you need to understand the actions of divine require actions that you perform within the divine, not just. This is not like you play in the street with the kids. Divine is not like that. Nope. Nope. And some of you are going to learn hard lessons on this. Some of you already know what's going on, right, Purity? I know. Yeah. So nice for it. Ray, you read my mind again. Yeah. You guys know that some of you here, we have very special connection together here. And it's very cool about this because we are showing to the people of what the things are. I was talking to Richard, which is CF, if you guys don't know, and I spoke to Alchemy, which is, it's like, yeah, that is energies. How can we do this? We'll do it because we live in our truths. We understand things in that different perspective, higher perspective. Um, yeah, we're forming a friendship relationship. That's a relationship of truth. That's what we got here. A lot of the people ever since they begin to watch this live chat that we have here, some of those people, they went up very high. Why? Because they're living on the truth. That's why. For it. Purity. Sorry, hold on. FTF cheats in his soul with third party. How do we prevent that from affecting us energetically? Simply, they don't cheat on you. First of all, you're like, I don't need to know this energy. They choose someone else. They choose a third party, or they put me in a third party situation. No, they don't put you. Actually, they put themselves in the third party situation. Inside of them, there's going to be a more turmoil than you can ever imagine, especially if that is a divine connection. There's going to be a more turmoil inside of their internal world than more than you can do. But the best thing that you can do, let them learn the lesson. There may be fear of confession, and they're trying to replace you. They're trying to find someone to have a similar relationship. And guess what? They'll come to the truth one day, Carl Lucy. So, balance of inner peace with pets. It's so precious. I pet sit and connect with dogs. I'm working on Reiki with different players. But yes, great. I work with him. Yeah, even a lot of people today they were like, "What's that special connection with him?" And yeah, we got special connections with him. I feel okay. We are going through together. Yes, I have a four Cavaliers. Nice, Inessa. Thank you for coming into a chat. Dio, I have been following your work since you are reporting on the fixed Grand Cross astrology of July 2015. It is coming again, but more and more powerful. In my opinion, it will be Aquarius full moon. Revat soon that Aquarius full moon. I have Aquarius moon. That is about the new age. But I also have a Jupiter in there in Aquarius, which is the growth within Aquarius. I spoke about this report back in there. If you, I think that's what the report you seek in there back in 2015 when I explained the people who are born with Jupiter in Aquarius. And that's, yeah, here we go. Ray confirms that 1515 for 1515. I got 1551 on my sheet already for it, but yeah, here it's was 515 or 15. Yeah, 1716 is out here. Yeah, it's going in a major way because right now we going through this transformation, and this transformation is going to begin when Pluto enters Aquarius. And people think that astrology is something they shouldn't. They should. And I'm so blessed and thankful to the divine that gives me the gift of this gravitational astrology, psychoanalysis that I do. Some of you already experiencing this up here. You guys know what I'm talking about for it, and how blessed you guys are to understand better yourself in a different way. But yeah, Revati Sun, that's of 2015. This thing's coming. It is. My twin wants to be with me, but he also wants to grab onto his old life. He's in the middle of all ego versus soul. Um, Lovely root. Yeah, he's got that battle from within. He's got to figure out that battle from within about himself. That's what probably he hides from you. He hides certain things from you because he's not ready. He doesn't know what to do. He doesn't seek. The only thing it is he's got a problem between his ego desires and what he feels within the soul from within. Okay, and sometimes maybe influence, maybe someone influenced him, maybe friends, parents, everything. But he has got to look the truth from within. Uh, that's what I sense, lovely Ruth. Erica, I have a long time ago I blockage to hook my twin when we say goodbye. I worked a lot of feel now, freedom when we hug. I'm good when we are not hooked also. Still, I've been the most of the time want to take initiative. How can it change better to let go? Um, First of all, the hugs are important within the twin flames, but if there was a damage within the twin flames, there is no proper hug. So, for example, if your twin came in and they told you certain things, and they just like, you know what, we're at the end, and they turn around, they don't even give you a hug. They're actually breaking that wings from within you. And then when they come and they hugging you trying to repair it, you have nothing to hug with. They broke your wings. They broke your everything within you. You can't hug them back. But In your case, for it, you need to look more deeply, not the pain, but look deeper from within you, that uh, to remove from this energy of the need to be hugged. Just be freedom in there. Let them want you to hug you. Let them realize the true love from within them. And when you stop wanting, you stop receiving. Okay? Because if your ego wants a hug, you're not going to receive the hug. But when the hug comes in from the divine in them, they're going to come and hug you like never before. You're going to know with the divine energies within them. Okay? Because that also is going to be tied up with confession, finally giving up the fight. When one twin flame literally block the other twin, does it affect the total truth energy? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. For example, if you've been separated with your twin and they send you a text, okay? The neighbors was asking for you. The kids were asking for you. The guys at the stores were asking for you. They all said that you're missing. What happened to you, and they're all missing you. Where is the truth on that? To write, "I miss you." You see, here you go. The truth is broken in there. You understand that the truth is not there, and it affects a lot, because now the truth is broken. The trust is broken. That hidden truths from within is broken. Why? There was something beforehand. See, the action that was from this, for example, the action in there shows up there was something before, because the effect was that message. So there was something hidden truth from before, something they didn't say before. They can't even say it now. That's what it is. So yeah, it blocks the communications. It blocks also a connection with divine. It blocks everything within the divine. You need to understand the divine is divine. If they see that, they know that, they understand that, they're blocking everything. And it's going to be turning into a karma, because there is a cause and effect. And the cause and effect is designed for this purpose, not because of anything for. So now go back into the title of the video. Okay, that's how the effects of the hidden truths are the problem with. Now you're fixing the cause, which is the hidden effects, the hidden truths. You fix that, they come out, they become the truth. Now the effect of that is different. Now the effect change, because the cause right now it's fixed. That's how you heal karma, not making karma. For all right, you guys have any more questions? Very good question, CC. Well, if there is no more questions, guys, we can go ahead and close this session. I hope this video helped you out. I hope you understand the value of the things. If you're in the news cycle, you are reviewing the things that happen in the news cycle, but you also review things of the old cycle with you. Jupiter, there is a retrograde, it's taking you on the trip of all this. I spoke about that, about evaluation. So your ego, when you go for a job evaluation, they're telling you all the things that they're not good with your basic of your performance. How you taking it? You didn't get a raise because they told you something, and now you are pissed. But now, if you take your review with you and you ask them, okay, I'll work on this. I'll work on those issues. Would you give me the raise? They say yes. You tell them, can you make it written? Yeah. Now you work yourself in the truth. You did correct the things at work. And you go back and it's like, here it is. I got a better performance. I get the better things. You promised me my raise. Can I get the raise? That is the truth. You will find what the truth is within them. But don't assume the truth before of this. Okay? If you look around from within, correction of issues helps you. That's what's more important for it. How do you know you're in the news cycle or not pretending? Uh, CC asked quite a few people here in the chat room, asked them how they feel in the news cycle, if they can explain it to you, or yeah, if yesterday you watched the video. There is a spatial vibes within the clip. Okay, you sense that vibes. That's how you know. I won't say any word about it. Right, Ray? So you'll see. I mean, how can you be getting into something if you don't understand it, CC? And here we go. Wow. That's what we talk about it. That's what we talked about it. That either in, you know that you're in, or the other cannot sense this. How can I explain you guys? This is like I'm trying to explain you the next level of the twin flames, the real connections with the divine, and you don't have it, and you're wondering what is that new cycle. Well, there is some people on this new cycle. They bring in this informations here. That's what this is. I mean, there is some people here in the chat. I mean, talk to it. That's what we are doing this live chat, to bring this awareness about this new cycle that's coming in. That's what this is. And I mean, that energy of the new cycle, you can't just. I know Ray is laughing right now, big time. And it's like, I mean, who are we explaining this energy? It is internal peace within the truth, with divine. It is internal peace that the human language is kind of like a heart to do it. That's what we work with, the vibrations within the new cycle for it. I know. Okay. So CC coming in into the live chat tomorrow, into the Facebook, and hopefully get that vibes. So that's what this is. The truth, the vibe of the truth within divine is creates a spatial bond relationship, and then people who have the same bond relationship are hooked up through the universe energy, and then that energy is just something completely new. You never felt that before. The It's pure clean energy. It is the divine. It is the peace. It is. Thanks for the goosebumps. Yeah. Here, if you don't believe me. Yeah. Okay. It is what it is for it. So Yeah, but that's what this is. Be your truth. It's power beyond imagination. Okay, beyond. Truth and love comes together with the God purpose in there. You will get there. Really, it's energy that you've been seeking all your life. It's energy that you've been striving all your life. Is it hard to achieve? No. Only thing that prevents you is blockages, hidden truths, ego, behavior, and love. That's all. That's all it is. All right, guys. Be love. I'll see you later on. We're going to talk about in 30 minutes about astrology and the new cycle and things that comes up. Thank you guys for coming in, and let's share some love here. And we'll see each other later on. Ah, exactly, Erica. Yeah, Lisa. All right, here's some love from universe, and here's some gifts for you guys. Give up. I'll see you later on.